Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can tell by the title, we are back again with yet another review. Now in today's review, we are going to be taking a look at the recently released Air Max 97 in the Persian Violet colourway. Now before we go ahead and actually dive into the review itself, like I always do, I want to give a massive shout out to any of my returning subscribers. If you are new around here, welcome to the channel. On this channel, we do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So if you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. If you do go on to enjoy this video, please give us a massive thumbs up, which is always truly appreciated. And if you do want to reach out to me outside of YouTube, you will be able to find me on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. I'm honestly most active over there, so do feel free to reach out to me anytime. I always love interacting with you guys. And now we got all of that out of the way and all the formalities aside, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So just before we go ahead and actually take a look at the shoes, just like we always do, let's just take a quick look at the shoe box. Unfortunately, it is just that bog standard Nike sportswear box, primarily red colour throughout with that white Nike branding. If we then just take a quick look at the label, which reads Nike Air Max 97 in the metallic silver Persian Violet colourway, and this is a UK size 9, as you will be able to see on the size label. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about, no decent tissue paper, no added features. It's just a pretty boring bog standard box. So if we now just go ahead and get straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, in hand we have the Air Max 97 Persian Violet. Now, just to kind of shed some light on this release before we actually dive into the review, this shoe, along with a few others, is actually being released to celebrate the Persian Violet Air Max BWs. Now, to celebrate that release, they did release the Air Max 97 Persian Violets alongside the Air Max 90, Air Max 270, as well as the TN Plus. I'm not sure if there's any others in the pack, but if there are, I will make sure to throw up the images on screen. Now, I did actually manage to pick out a couple of my personal favourites, and I will be doing reviews on those. But if I didn't actually do any of the reviews on the other shoes that you would like to see on this channel, do make sure to leave me a comment, and I will make sure to pick up those shoes and do those reviews.
Lovely jubbly, so everyone's a winner, right?
So just like we always do, we'll be kicking us off with the upper and then working our way down. So on the upper of the shoe, we do actually have a few different types of materials, as we have this breathable textile material on the underlay, and then this is paired alongside leather and synthetic overlays. Now, the 97, for those of you that don't know, is actually inspired by the Japanese bullet train, and for me at least, when you do actually look at the upper of the shoe, for me, I just get that really interesting, like, speed, aerodynamic vibe about it. The quality of the materials themselves feel absolutely fine. Absolutely no complaints in terms of QC and just the overall material quality. The finish on the bottom layer, though, is a little bit jarring for me, to be completely honest. Now, I do know that this shoe is taking inspiration in terms of the colorway from the most recognizable and maybe the most popular 97 of all time, the Silver Bullets. I don't remember the shoe being as shiny in person. A friend of mine actually had a pair back in the day. I say back in the day, it was only a few years ago. But I honestly don't remember it having such a shiny coating to it. For me, it kind of almost looks like it's got like this glitter effect, which I'm honestly just not a big fan of. It really takes a lot away from this shoe for me. Kind of adds a very feminine aspect to the shoe, which if that's something you like, absolutely more power to you. But it's just wasn't something that I was expecting, and it's just not something that I actually do like about this shoe. I love the Silver Bullets. Maybe they had that glittery effect to it as well, but it was just something that I never actually noticed, and for me, it's just a little bit disappointing. But other than that, I've got absolutely no complaints about the actual colorway of the shoe itself. I've always wanted the Silver Bullets. I've never actually had them, and this actually may be as close to the Silver Bullets as I'll ever get. So I guess I'll either get used to that glittery effect, or I won't. It kind of is what it is. But from there, if we then just continue to work our way further back the upper, on both the lateral and medial sides, we do have this mesh material in the midfoot, and this is paired alongside that really nice Persian Violet Nike swoosh. Honestly, adds a really nice pop of colour, because otherwise, all this silver and white is a little bit plain. I do like my colourful shoes, to be honest, as you may be able to see behind me. And I think it definitely adds a much needed contrast to the shoe, in my opinion. From there, if we then just work our way back into the centre of the shoe. Now in the centre, we do have more silver detailing on these thin rope shoelaces. Overlaying the laces themselves, starting from the base and then working its way up, we do have more 3M materials, which once again is another really nice detail for this shoe. And then as we do work our way up to the very top of the tongue itself, we do have this really nice hit of Persian violet on the Nike swoosh once again. From there, if we then just work our way onto the inside of the shoe, as you will be able to see, we do have this really nice all black sock liner. As far as the padding's concerned, it's pretty non-existent, to be honest. It kind of is what it is. If you've ever owned a pair of 97s before, you probably already know what I'm talking about and will already know what to expect. It's still a pretty smooth ride when you do actually have them on feet. I've had absolutely no issues with them in the past. I think it's going to be absolutely fine on feet. I don't think there'll be any actual issues with it. And then as we do work our way even further inside the shoe, we do have more black hits on the outsole with once again that really nice purple Nike swoosh. On the heel, we do have that handy heel tab. And also you can see that we do have that Air Max branding. From there, if we do just work our way down to the midsole, as you can see, we do have this all white foam midsole, which sits atop this full length Air unit. Now the Air unit does actually feature this purple tint, which genuinely makes this shoe for me. Without it, if this was just clear and translucent, it wouldn't have the same look, it wouldn't have the same appeal, and I just think up close it looks absolutely incredible. Genuinely gasped when I got it out of the box. This is honestly probably my favourite thing about the entire shoe, which I'm not sure if that's a little bit sad or not.
Just a little bit.
But it is actually a really nice detail if you ask me. And then if we do just switch over to the outsole of the shoe, we do have a combination of white and black with more Persian violet hits under the toe as well as under the heel, and once again on that Nike swoosh underneath the heel. So as far as sizing is concerned for this shoe, I personally always do go true to size, and as of today it's never failed me. For me, I would definitely suggest actually trying a pair of Air Max 97s before investing in any specific colorway. They sit at pretty much every single retailer, so it really shouldn't be too difficult for you to just walk into any place like Foot Locker, JD, Foot Asylum, anywhere that's local to yourself, trying a pair before buying, before investing in something that you actually want, like this one, if maybe this isn't sitting local to you. But if you don't really have that opportunity and you are wanting to order this shoe online, for example, I would definitely suggest just going with your natural true to size fit in whatever you wear in most Air Maxes, and I can't imagine it's going to be too much of an issue for you. As far as I'm aware, this shoe is sitting pretty much everywhere, so you really shouldn't have too much of a problem actually getting your hands on it. So just try a pair out. I genuinely believe you won't be disappointed. And other than that, I think we've just about covered everything that's worth mentioning on this shoe. So if we now just go ahead and wrap up this video. So just to wrap up, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, I'm going to give these a pretty reasonable 6 out of 10. I think I genuinely would have given them a much higher score if it didn't have that glittery look to the shoe itself. It kind of is a little bit jarring, it's a little bit disappointing, and as things stand right now, I'm not entirely sure if I actually want to keep the shoe in my personal collection. There are too many other shoes out there that I want more, and if this shoe didn't have that glittery look, I genuinely would have kept it because of how much I love the silver bullets, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save this shoe from being a return for me. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you do want to see any other review on any of the other Persian Violet releases, do make sure to leave that comment, and I will do my very best to try and get through every single one that you ask for and every single review that you actually want for moving forward. But with all that aside, if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I do want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.